Welcome back. It is Thursday, July 25th in the MLB. Our three best bets are on the way. It is Austin, joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap of yesterday. Another winning day and make that 4 straight. We had Quantro under and earned runs. He was chirping the Red Sox. Boy was on one yesterday. We'll take it. Then we had the parlay of the day, which we love to see another winner. That was plus 137. As Nola was sweaty as ever, Castillo pretty non-sweat. Our only loser was our last play of the day. Padres first 5 team total under 2.5. Mitchell Parker just did not have it. But either way, a 2-in-1 day, stacking together the winning days. We're still going for that broom. We want to see that out there, but hey, we'll keep stacking together the winning days, and let's dive into today's picks. As always, appreciate all your guys' love and support. Drop a like, let us know your favorite picks down below. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, like I've been talking about this week, we've been doing a new second channel video. It will come on the main channel starting on Monday. I know I keep saying that. It is the breakdown. We break down every single game on the slate. Today, only an 8-game slate, so shorter video than normal, but I talk about each game, give out some leans, maybe some things that I'm not exactly betting, but some things that I looked at. You can definitely check it out. It's posted before this video on the second channel, linked at the top of the description, top of the pinned comment, and a lot of other places I tweeted out and stuff like that. I already showed you guys a couple of graphics. This is kind of what I look like for each game, and then I break down some hot and cold hitters, guys in good matchups and things like that. So definitely take a peek at it. It is linked at the top of the description and in the pinned comment. Breakdown's pretty dope. You guys have been showing a lot of love and support. But let's dive into my favorite pick of the day. It is an early start. Despite it being a short slate, a lot of early games, which is a little weird, but this one starts at 12:10 p.m. Eastern time, so hopefully you get time to lock this in. Gunnar Henderson, I'm rocking his jersey, over 1.5 bases. All right, I'll be honest, this is not a Gunnar jersey. It is a Ryan Mountcastle jersey, but each the same. I'm supporting the O's today. Now, this is plus 100 on DraftKings. I have 2 notes here. Number 1, don't even bother betting this on FanDuel. Why? Well, because it's minus 135. Also, number 2 in there is because if he pinch hits, you're screwed there too. Whereas on DraftKings, where we're taking this, if he doesn't play, which could happen, Gunnar could maybe not play. I'd be surprised if he didn't. You'll get a void there. Now, Gunnar is hitless in back-to-back games, and there might be a spot where you'd be like, maybe he'd rest, but he's a lefty going up against a righty, so I don't expect him to rest today. Maybe in their next. No, they don't really rest Gunnar. Let's be honest. Now, on Tuesday, when he went hitless, did have 2 hard hit balls. One went 108 off the bat, the other 97, both with the expected batting average above 450. Just didn't fall. What can you do there? Now, and then on Wednesday, 0 for 3 with a walk against Edward Cabrera, and you're looking at the Orioles staring head on against getting swept by the Miami Marlins, which would obviously not be great. Now, going to be hard for the Marlins to sweep them because they're facing Corbin Burns, and they got Roderick Munoz going. Now, I love the spot for Gunnar. I talk about it a little bit more in the breakdown, why I like him there and why I like Burns too. But Gunnar's a lefty going against Roderick Munoz. Now, Roderick, if you don't know who he is, well, he will start for the Marlins, and he has stunk versus lefties, lying a 302 batting average with a 1.07 OPS to lefties this season. That's not good. Now, to righties, he's been a little better. 174, batting average, 621 OPS. But this is a guy in Munoz that just a struggle versus lefties. And I feel like to lefties, he's throwing basically feels like a beach ball down the middle of the plate. And I'm confident Gunnar will be able to do something with it, being hitless and back-to-back. Now, Munoz will walk guys, which hopefully, knock on wood, is not going to be Gunnar because that'll piss me off. But if he walks one, whatever, Gunnar's going to bat lead off, so we should get more plate appearances the more base runners we get. If he wants to walk his teammates, go for it. But a guy like Gunnar, who's been 0 for his last 2 games, I just don't feel like he wants to go out there and take walks. I feel like he'll be swinging aggressively today, especially with Munoz, a guy that puts pitches in the middle of the plate. I mean, this is a guy in Munoz. 29 hits allowed to lefties this season. 16 of them have been for extra bases. 10 of them for home runs. So if you're feeling spicy, I don't mind a Gunnar homer today. Wouldn't be shocked if he hit one. And this is just a guy that gives up hard hits. I mean, second in barrel percentage, 3rd in ground ball percentage, 24th percentile in hard hit percentage. He gives up homers. He gives up hard hit balls. And Gunnar's a guy that we know can hit homers. What does he have? 28, 29 on the year. A little slumpish since the All-Star break. I think, well, obviously he's hitless in 2 straight. Did get 2+ bases in the game before that. And we look at the pitches Munoz is going to throw. 5 pitches, about 10%, 4 of them about 20%. The top 3 that I'll see, 4-seamer, cutter, and sinker. Gunnar versus right-handed pitches like that, hit 272 versus the 4-seam, 313 cutter, 333 sinker. Gunnar's batting 302 versus righties, a little bit higher of an OPS against righties as well. 84 hits this season against right-handed pitchers. Of the 84, 38, so nearly half of them have gone for 2+ bases. Like, I'll roll with Gunnar Henderson today. I think he potentially sends one out of the ballpark today in Miami, and the Orioles try to avoid the sweep. Gunnar, we're your #1 fan tonight. 2+ bases. Not even tonight, this afternoon. I need 2+ bags from you. And I forgot to mention at the top of the video, We have another parlay of the day. We talked about it. We always do these link down below in the description in the pinned comment. We've hit 2 straight. This one's another plus money play. Today we do have a hitter parlayed with the pitcher. So go check it out. Tap link in pinned comment in description. Find out that parlay of the day. We've done really well since we kind of switched up the scheme or the formula for him, trying to put some more pitchers in there instead of just hitters. So go check it out. Tap link in pinned comment in the description. Both those two guys hit late or start later on in the day. So if you're watching this video like 3 p.m., I don't think they've started yet. So go check that out. Parlay of the day, Gunnar Henderson, 2+ bases. Those are 2 picks. But Logan, wrap up the video. 3rd pick of the day, and you're going to the late night one. Where are you at to?
I'm always going to the late night one. It feels like I just living here on the East Coast. I want to stay up late, and then there's nothing more I want to do than watch another under, because I'm taking the Athletics and Angels. First 5 innings under 5 runs, -115 odds on Bet365 is your best value here. Now I'm playing this for the line at 5, because at 5 you get the push potential, but I also do like this for 4.5 at plus value. So if you're like, Logan, I only got 4.5 on my book, like FanDuel, for example, I saw a plus value on the under 4.5. I totally would take that one as well, but I just like the 5 because it feels a little bit safer, because 5's like a magic number in the first 5 innings. It's a weird thing, but you bet baseball long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Kenny Rosenberg, the ace, starts for the Angels. No, just kidding, not an ace, but 6.3 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP. For Rosenberg. He's only pitched 2 games this season. One of those was a terrible outing against Seattle, but the other was 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 4 hits, and that was against the A's in Oakland. Rosenberg, obviously, what we know about this guy is that he's obviously a lefty, and that's going to be good because I'll talk about it in a second. But a change of scenery is good for the A's bats, and what I think is going to be needed to cool them down, because they are just scorched earth right now. Yeah, yesterday, do we see signs of the regression finally starting to hit? Because they only put up 1 run yesterday. I think this could be what we're seeing, because over the last 14 days, I mean, they're hitting a ridiculous 529 with runners in scoring position. Straight up, tell you right now, that's not sustainable. I mean, even hitting like 300-ish with runners in scoring position is good. So the fact that they're hitting over 500 just tells you they're due regression, and it's going to come in the next several weeks for sure. You just have to be kind of out ahead of that trend. If you took their team total or anything under yesterday, you cashed with ease. They've been worse against lefties, and that's why I am comfortable kind of fading the A's in this spot, because if you look at their last 14 days, 10th in batting average, 16th in OPS, 14th in WRC+. Those are like very middle of the pack numbers. They're significantly better against righties than they are lefties over that time period. This is also the 3rd series between these 2 teams in July, which is crazy. They've seen these teams, these opponents, like so much in such a short period of time. What do we know about that? Well, you know a lot of hitter tendencies. If you're the pitching staff and you're trying to game plan for this lineup, I think you should know what these hitters are going to do by now. I mean, that you've seen them so much. I think they'll have a plan for Rosenberg. How long he goes into this game, don't really know, don't really care. I think he could still give us a solid, 4, maybe even 5 innings pitched in this one. I think he holds it down. And then on the other side, it's going to be Ross Stripling, also an ace. No, maybe not, but 5.82 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP for Ross Stripling. Nasty numbers. I know. Logan, why are we taking an under with this guy? Sometimes in baseball, you just got to wake up and you got to say, those numbers are bad, but you know what? You're a veteran. You're going to figure it out today. And Stripling's making his first start since May 24th. Being a veteran pitcher, I doubt he goes far into this game, and I honestly would be shocked if he went over 5 innings. I'd be shocked kind of if he did make it into the 5th inning. Because I don't think they're going to go out and make Stripling just pitch deep into this game. But what we know about a veteran pitcher like Stripling is he should be able to manage his workload. Like, if he just doesn't have it, I think that the signs will be there. I don't think they're going to leave him out there to just struggle and be an innings eater in this one, especially coming off this extended time. Stripling is also mostly a pitch to contact pitcher these days. He does not strike anybody out. You look at his K prop, it's I think 2.5. I mean, 2.5 K props are ridiculous. You normally don't get those, and they are only 4 pitchers that don't strike anybody out. That's Ross Stripling. But is that death against the Angels? Not really, because even being a pitch to contact guy against the Angels, he'll still be able to get them to roll over on some soft contact ground ball outs, and maybe even some double plays. fingers crossed there. The Angels have not been good against righties recently. Check out Austin's rundown. He goes over these last 14-day stats, and that's where we share this information coming from. But I looked at this. Angels, 24th in batting average, 28th in OPS, 26th in WRC plus over the last 14 days. So, I mean, Ross Stripling does not have to go out there and be perfect. The Angels just might not be able to get it done. There was a reason why we took Luis Castillo's under yesterday, because we knew he was going to pitch well. I mean, being a right-handed pitcher in this one, Ross Stripling can go out and absolutely cook. But I realistically, it might be a little bit ugly. He might have to navigate through some traffic, but I just don't see the Angels stretching out a lead early in this one. I think he holds it down. I think Rosenberg holds it down as well. And I'm taking the first 5 under because there's a world in which, either team scores late runs because the bullpen kind of pushes that total over. I don't really want that. I actually want to isolate it, weirdly enough, just to 2 bad ERA pitchers. And the weirdest thing about baseball and why baseball is hard to bet is because 2 bad ERA pitchers can sometimes mean low scoring, and 2 aces can sometimes mean high scoring. It's weird like that. I know they can be challenging to bet, but I think the under in the first 5 is actually a sneaky play. Kind of like it. It's kind of a sharpish, old school Logan line read play. I like this one. Austin, how do you feel about this one? Are you going to stay up late night with me?
Hey, I'm just glad you took the first 5 under, not the full game, because there's no way I'm making it full game. We've stayed up way too long for some games out there this past week, but I really like it. Sometimes, like you kind of touched on, sometimes when you face guys that have bad numbers on paper, which these guys you could argue do, you swing early and often, and oftentimes those early pitches in the at-bats are not great ones to swing at, and that's where you see guys get stress-free innings, and when you start getting a stress-free inning or 2, you start to have more confidence, then you start to pitch well. I mean, we might see Stripling get 10 Ks tonight. He might pitch a gem. Now, if he gets 10 Ks, then we can probably all retire. But I really like that pick. I love all 3 picks today. Not going to force too much on a short slate, only 8 games. So just to recap, we got Gunners over in bases early day. Then we got a parlay of the day, which is kind of like midday. I think the first leg starts around 4 because it's the Dodgers game. And then we have the late night A's. So we have something to really cover our bases for pretty much, no pun intended, for all day long. We love that. That's a great slate. But as always, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And a reminder, if you want to check out the breakdown, like Logan touched on, with the shameless plug, I talked about that A's game in depth. We talked about every single other game on the slate, gave you some lanes and stuff. So that is linked. I'll put it right here. It's already live. Go check out the breakdown. Go show it some love. Hit a like button. Subscribe to the second channel as well. You guys have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully with the brooms out. I'll take a winning day, though. Any day I can get it. I will see you guys back tomorrow on Friday. See you then. Peace.